Willie D Live.
What's up, family? The autopsy report for rapper T Hood is in, and according to authorities, he was shot in the back. Now, if you can recall, T Hood was shot on August 8th following a domestic dispute at his home with his girlfriend, Kelsey Frost, and her brother, Kai Frost. Kai and Kelsey are the offspring of Kirk and Rashida, who are Love and Hip Hop Atlanta stars. Family, check this out. According to the autopsy report, T Hood was hit in his back, abdomen, buttocks, and lower right and left thighs. So Buddy clipped him. I mean, he put a bunch of them in him. Now, here's the deal. The police said that they were investigating this case as a self-defense. And according to reports, they are continuing to investigate this case as a self-defense. They said the fact that he got shot in the back don't really matter. I'm trying to figure out how they do that, because back in the Gap, if you shot somebody in the back, you automatically were disqualified for self-defense. They must have changed the law. The report said that T Hood pulled a gun during the heated argument with two other people inside of his Georgia home, but someone opened fire in self-defense, killing the rapper. It's unclear in the report who the shooter is. However, the gunman has been identified by police as Kai Frost, the brother of T Hood's girlfriend, Kelsey. So once again, we got a domestic dispute turned violence. Let me explain something to you, fam. Most of us really should not be in a relationship because most of us are not psychologically equipped to handle what comes with relationships. What comes with relationships? When you're in a relationship, not only do you share your bed, you share the duties around the house, you share financial responsibilities, you share the responsibility of guiding the children, looking out for the children, picking the children up, dropping them off for school, games, extracurricular activities, to their friend's house, and on and on and on and on and on. When people are around each other a lot, no matter how much they love each other, they can get on each other's nerves. There's an old saying, absence makes the heart grow fonder. Now, I'm not saying that people should just stop being around each other and limit their time around each other, but ain't nothing wrong with taking a break, even if that break is just for a few hours, and go do something by yourself, go visit a friend you haven't visited, just have some time away from each other. If it works for you, it works for you. Sometimes I see couples together all the time. I mean, everywhere you see one, you see the other. And, I guess if it works, it works, but I don't know how y'all do that. Especially the ones who dress alike too, It's crazy to me. I can see having a little, when you go out, one person don't want to have on yellow and the other person have on black or whatever, but there should be a little subtle coordination. She's wearing a black dress. If I'm not gonna wear a black suit, I don't think there's anything wrong with black, but let's go with like jumpsuits and stuff like that. She got a blue jumpsuit on. Maybe I got a blue one on, but it ain't a matching blue jumpsuit. You know what I mean? It gives me juvenile vibes. Sorry, fam, but that's just the way I see it. Anyway, but I think it's lovely when you're in love. If you're truly in love and this is what y'all do and this makes y'all situation work, if what I'm saying, that don't even matter. I'm just talking about personal preference. Moving on. Back in March 2025, Kelsey called 911 and said that T. Hood had made off with her Benz and a black Mac Mini following an argument after a night at the club. After a night at the club. So what goes on at the club oftentimes? Drinking, being around other people sometimes, other people who may behave inappropriate, may not have had anything to do with one or the other. However, sometimes when you interact with people, perhaps you wasn't as short with somebody of the opposite sex talking to you or whatever. Maybe you was just a bit too nice, to the waitress or whatever, and there go a fight, Maybe you left to go to the restroom, you came back, she talking to a dude, and you mad, but she's speaking to him, but you don't know that that's her friend's boyfriend, or perhaps that's some dude who really was trying to holler at her, but she was trying to let him off easy. And here go a fight, just all kinds of madness that goes on. So that's why you got to have an understanding when you're in a relationship. You got to have the understanding. And it's not the easiest thing to do, but the first and foremost understanding you have to have is with yourself. You got to know who you are, and you have to be comfortable with yourself. You have to be self-assured. You have to know that, I know they trying to holler at my girl, and I know they trying to get at my dude or whatever, but I got this. I got this. You take care of your business, and your business will take care of you. I don't know what this was all about, but I do know that if you're experiencing violence in your relationship, that's a relationship you should not be in. If you got a beater, you don't need her. This is why it's important to pick your mate carefully. Find somebody who get you, who understand you, instead of trying to hook up with somebody and change that person. Because that's what happens. Oftentimes, we see the red flags. We know this don't really work for us, but we're going to try to bend this person to our will and make them behave a certain way. And they're going to try to bend us to their will and make us behave a certain way. When really, you should just go with the person that's in front of you and expect nothing different. If you go in and not expect this person to change, and they do change for the better, then that's a W for you. But if you go in and you expect somebody to change for the better and they don't change, that's on you. You saw the red flags, you knew what it was, but you went forward with it anyway. Can't count the times that I've seen brothers step in to murder somebody for their sister. Can't count the times that I've seen brothers step in to protect their sisters and end up getting their heads blown off. Yeah, it happens a lot. That's why I say, all you women out there, if you really love that dude in your life, whether it be your brother, your daddy, your uncle, pick them carefully. Even if a brother is found to be in the right, he still has to wear the jacket that he murdered a man over a petty disagreement. No more talk.